Greetings, welcome to Las Cruces. On today's video, I will be working on the new Las Salinas district, and I will be expanding this little area all over here. I really don't know how big this district is going to be, but at least it's gonna hit the limit with the highway and the railway we got here at the south. About this district, I want to make use of water, so I will be building some canals like this, but I want to make them look more natural. This one makes it look like it's an artificial island right in the middle of the river, and that is it. So I will get started and we will see how it goes. Alright, before I start talking about what's going on in the time-lapse, I want to make a short announcement. So I will be making a video which is gonna be about a tour through Las Cruces, what's been built and what's been reworked. So if you've been here for a while and if you're new to the channel, that is gonna be the perfect video for you. So if you want to catch up to what's going on, you should definitely watch it. So it's not gonna be a time lapse, it's most likely gonna be me just talking in the background and taking you through to some places and trying to explain the whys, the reasons why it's that way and stuff like that. So it's gonna be kind of like the times where you hire a tourist agent to take you through the dangerous parts of the city and try to scare you about some haunted areas or some haunted buildings. But as far as I know, there's nothing like that in Las Cruces, or at least that's what I would like to think, unless the citizens of Las Cruces have been doing shady stuff on my back. I don't think so. And if that was the case, I would be there to put a tree right in front of their houses. So that is the announcement. So now I will proceed to to talk about what's going on. So you can see that I was building some canals, and I was unsure what to do in this area. But what I was definitely sure to do was to make use of the water element. And I tend to work with a concept on every area that I work with, and I do that in my daily work as well. To have a concept and work around it, it's very important for me. So in this case, it's gonna be the water. And since I started with kind of an artificial island in the middle of the river, I thought it would be a good idea to carry on with that kind of element and continue it, but in a more natural way. Because as you can see, the island that I built previously in the previous video, it looks really artificial, and I really don't I mean, I like it, but it's not something that I would like to see repeating in these areas. So I decided to avoid the use of the keys because they give that look of something old, something that's industrial, because it has concrete, and I really hate concrete in natural areas because it makes it look I don't know, it it gives it that look of artificial, man-made, and I don't like that. If it's something natural, it's gonna be something natural looking. If it's gonna be artificial, then try the best to make it look natural. And I wanted to make this area look really nice, to kind of have this idea of if it's a really nice area, well, we're gonna have then a lot of expensive looking buildings and some fancy looking houses. So it kind of gives you the idea that people over here takes care of the surroundings better than the people who lives in the congested apartments at the center of the district or at the center of the city. Once this canal system and the lake was finished, I then started to build the roads that would be like the veins for this district. And I had a base to see how the streets could be. And if you've been here in the past, you know that I really like this curvy, organic looking roads. So I'm not a big fan of the grid, of the classical grid. So I tend to go more into the direction of the organical grid, irregular grid. So in this case, the roads are looking like they are somewhat inspired by the shape of the lake itself, and some of them are following the shape of the canals. You can also see that I'm still using the street hierarchy, which it's been surprisingly good in this game. I didn't really know if it was gonna work in this game, because we all know that the traffic AI is kind of a pain in the ass, to be honest. But it seems to be working the way it's supposed to work. I don't have a lot of traffic in the secondary streets, and all the traffic concentrates in the primary streets, and the tertiary streets are pretty much empty. So I think it actually works. And if you're planning on building your own city, you should definitely make use of this configuration of streets. It is pretty good, and it is really nothing new. I could make a tutorial about this road layout if you wish, so let me know in the comments if you are down for that kind of stuff, and I will gladly make a tutorial for this kind of stuff, because one of the things that I've seen many Cities Skylines players struggle with is the traffic, and I've been struggling myself in the past with the traffic, but in this city I have been pretty good in traffic wise. Only the times where I really struggle, it's the interchanges, and you've seen this in the past, because I'm not very familiar with interchanges. It's not my thing. My thing is more about the layout of the city. Interchanges are very difficult for me, and that's being completely honest. I'm not very good at interchanges, and the interchanges I build are because I see a picture on the internet, and then I analyze it, and then I see how it works, and I spend a lot of time trying to figure out how they work. But yes, so if you would like to see a tutorial for me, be from the road system or from any other thing that you have in mind, please let me know in the comments, and I will gladly try to do that kind of tutorials. So I think if this street hierarchy was a success, I'm gonna be trying out other layouts, like the super blocks, and see if they actually work in game. If I'm gonna do that in this city, I don't know. I have plans for another city, but I've been holding onto that because I really want to finish this city. I really hate to leave things unfinished, so you can be sure that I will finish this first, and after that I will move on to another ideas that I have in mind. And since this city was based primarily on the use of the irregular grid, or pretty much shapeless grid, I would say, I will keep using this kind of grid, quote unquote grid, and I'm gonna go on with it until it's time to say goodbye to the city. But for now, you can still enjoy this. You can still enjoy Las Cruces. I'm really enjoying the process of the construction, of the process of building. Another thing that that you might have noticed by now is that I was planting a lot of evergreens like a madman. The reason behind this, or the reasoning behind this, is that this district doesn't have problems with water. I mean, they have a river on one side, they have a lake on the other side, and they have canals to feed that lake. So I don't think they will be short on water in a long time. So kind of role playing here, they will be using a lot of vegetation for their streets, for their buildings. And since I am the mayor of the city, not being a dictator here, but I ordered the plantation of evergreens at the borders of the canals, at the edges of the lake, at the center of the blocks, on the offices as well, inside the houses, inside the parks, inside the streets, also inside the cars. So there is a lot of choice and variety of evergreens you can look at in this amazing district, which is soon going to be called the Evergreen District, because all you can see here are evergreens. But jokes aside, you can actually see that this district it's looking more green than the rest of the city, and it's not necessarily a bad thing. I think because of the amount of water and the amount of really expensive, fancy looking buildings we got here, I think they fit quite well. Some people don't like the evergreens, but personally I love these vanilla trees, and they kind of remind me of the trees that I draw on the plans for the houses and the master plans that I do for projects in architecture. So it feels kind of nice to plop a lot of these trees. It's actually very satisfying, almost as satisfying as these citizens, these goddamn stubborn citizens that don't like to use the public transport, but they are actually using the public transport in this city, so it's really satisfying. So planting trees, it's as satisfying as see those stubborn citizens using your public transport. And now I will say this: I cut a lot of material. I cut a lot of the footage to try to make it look more fluid. You might see some cuts here and there, and you might see some missing, quote-unquote missing parts, like some places that I didn't show in the time lapse, but I did off camera. And I would like to know if you like the way it is, or would you like to see the whole process. And whatever is your opinion, please let me know in the comments, and I will gladly try to improve my videos, because that's something that I've been trying to do since video number 4 or 5, I guess. I can't remember, but yes, I've been trying to improve the quality. I've been trying to make the videos more easy to watch, and so far I think I've been in the right route. Another thing that I would like to ask is, would you prefer to see or to watch a real-time video where I am just commenting in the background and building in real time, or do you like the way it is, a time-lapse, trying to do things quickly and get things done on the same video? Because personally I like this way, but this is all about you, and I'm trying to make content to be more viewable, if that's even a word. I'm not an English expert, so you tell me. So I will leave you now with the cinematic, and myself from the past will be in charge now in the real time section, where I speak about what's been done and how things are looking. So until then. Hello again. We are currently looking at new Las Salinas, and as you can tell, there are some big buildings going on over here. We got the small, expensive looking apartments at the coast. Well, it's not the coast, it's the at the edge of the river, and going further into the district, we got some taller buildings that are not looking that expensive, and this is the center of the district, which is where all the expensive looking big buildings are located. Here we got a small residential area for, well, it looks kind of cheap apartments, and I thought it was gonna be a good addition to this district. This is a more VIP area, kind of near the lake, where we got these fancy looking houses and a lot of trees going on. This is a small industrial area that I built for the people to have a industry near their houses, so they don't have to drive from here all the way over there or over here. So there is that. I kind of went crazy with the amount of trees that I planted here. It makes everything look more green. If we compare it to the old Las Salinas that is here, this one kind of looks dry, more empty spaces where trees could grow, but they don't because it's a dry area. And I might delete many of these trees that I plopped here in the past. You can see it's looking pretty nice. The skyline kind of makes sense for once. We got small buildings here. The single household area has its own commercial areas as well, like this one. Low and high density, so it's kind of a nice combination of both. And we got the not very tall buildings filling this area, and then we got the really tall buildings over there. These main attractions of this district are now visible, and it's really not that disruptive view that I had before, and I think it was a good change. There's been an update for the Move It tool, the Move It mod, and it's quite awesome because it lets me do what I couldn't do before, because I don't have the sharp junctions tool. If I can select, come on. There we go. Now I'm gonna select this. Oh, come on. It's really tough to do it. So now I need to fix this angle. So we got these sharp junctions just using the Move It tool, which is awesome because it lets me do a lot of things that I couldn't do before, like these sharp junctions. So another thing that I wanted to talk about, it's the LUT I'm using right now. You can see if I down the sun intensity, you will see that the trees are looking less green. The sky is looking a lot more blue, and the sand is looking more golden, which gives it a nice warm temperature, kind of a warm feeling to the whole scenery. Previously I was using the realistic V1.2, which makes things look a lot more tropical, but we get more vibrant greens, and water actually looks kind of greenish, and the sand doesn't look too golden, but more kind of white. It's not really white, but it looks more clear. The sky as well looks more clear, and I think I will be using the Cinematic HD by OWL LUT, because it's giving it that kind of desert looking temperature to the city, and I think it's really nice. So that is it for today's video, and I hope you have enjoyed it. You can see that the city has been growing quite a lot from the last video, and this is because I really want to keep a constant pace. Like, I don't really like to leave something started and finish in another video. So I took my time in this district, which is kind of like a week or so, and I think that the result overall it's better than if I was making it by pieces, you know. I feel more comfortable if I grab a piece of land, I work with it, and then I finish it. I can move on to the next area. For that, in order to do that, I need a little bit more of time. So this means that I will be uploading once a week, twice a week, if whatever I do takes a lot less time than I thought, and I don't really have a day when to upload, because it's kind of random, but I will try to upload Friday or Saturday. You can expect a video from me those days. So this is it for now. I hope you have enjoyed, and as the usual, thanks for watching. Until next time.